don't beat people up for what makes them happy.
Yeah, why you up there,
You
y'all? Being salty.
Yeah, unless it's pumpkin spice, then I'm gonna kick This is gonna change your life.
Pull up a chair, the kitchen is open.
Oh, it's so good.
With Clinton Kelly, Carla Hall, and Michael Symon.
You better shut your face.
Let's dig in.
This is so much fun.
Welcome back to Chewed Up. You're obviously a masochist if you come back for more of this nonsense. Hi, I'm Clinton Kelly here with Carla Hall and Michael Symon. It's 2 days from Halloween.
Yes, it is.
Carla's building some sort of costume. I have no idea what it is.
Looks just like your first costume.
I know, it's the same one.
Did you just add gloves?
I added
And
suspenders.
suspenders.
I added gloves.
Should
All
we
right.
guess what this is going to be?
Yes.
Deranged ballerina?
Close.
Oh, really? Well, a
Not
tutu. Okay, not really. What do you think,
A
Michael?
magician assistant.
Oh. Huh.
No.
Yeah, and Michael, you are also
I
building.
started the week as a happy Browns fan. Now I'm starting to get a little bit nostalgic. Can't get out of my robe. By the end of the week, I'll be just a hot mess.
And I'm still sexy mouse. Oh, boy. All right, so it's that time of year. You want the cozy food. I see a plate of meat in front of you, Michael Symon, and I think
You're aroused, aren't you?
this is going to be delicious.
So yeah, I love this time of year because stews, braises,
Yes.
slow-cooked
Yes.
meats. Your house smells so good. So we have some Marble Ridge chuck, like stew meat, and just what the stew meat that you could find. This is Wagyu, so it's going to be a little bit more delicious.
Oh.
But I'm just going to season it pretty aggressively with salt and pepper. I'm going to start browning it off. I have some butternut squash that is cut into chunks. You could also use pumpkin, either way or the other. Carla, you could cut the onion and the potatoes in the same size chunks as this. I'll show
Okay.
you a demo. See, when I say chunk, I show a demo.
Oh, yes. He's
And I
so
also-
butthurt from Monday.
I hold
last
a
week.
grudge.
Last week.
So we also have some carrots, some
salty.
garlic, rosemary, fresh thyme, beef broth, and a little bit of red wine. And this is just a slow cooker, couple years, real slow. I'll see you guys when we're 60. But in a couple hours.
Yeah.
And again, they're bigger chunks of meat, so you want to go pretty aggressive with some kosher salt and pepper on both sides. And then it's just going to cook for a couple hours, and your house is going to smell delicious, and then everybody is going to be thrilled when it is ready.
Yes.
I love a stew.
Me too.
I mean, I love beef, I love lamb, I love pork. I think when people say, what is your favorite dish? It depends on what the season is. I think not just like the trees and the flowers, I feel like our bodies crave certain things at certain times of the year that we need.
Yeah.
And I think those deep flavors and, warmth.
Yeah.
They bring it in. And the other thing is this is a great inexpensive way to feed a group.
Right. Yeah.
It takes a little bit of time. Like, I think it's hard. Like, some people want things to be quick, cheap, and easy, and easy. But like you almost have to pick two of those things.
Yeah.
Like, this is this is an affordable way to eat beef.
Yeah.
But it takes a little bit of time. So you don't need to use a short rib or some of the expensive cuts. Just an inexpensive stew meat, and you're going to have great food if you just do it the right way.
And I also think it's very beginner friendly. I mean, I feel like a lot of times we assume that the people who know us from the Chew or who are watching or listening to Chewed Up are, cooks, home cooks. But some people actually just like to spend time with us and aren't like adventurous cooks or the best cooks. This really is the kind of thing that if you are a 100% beginner, you
Right.
could make this stew.
100%.
Interestingly enough, I think where a beginner will go wrong, the most important thing is to brown your meat. I think new cooks are afraid to take the food too far in to brown, and then therefore they don't develop the flavor, and then it's gray.
Right.
So I think if you are a new cook, the thing to do is to really spend time browning the meat.
Yes, and this step is important. Like
Yeah.
if you overcrowd the pan, meaning if you have like a double layer of meat in there, it's going to turn gray before it turns.
If you guys could see in the pan here, there's one layer, there's a little bit of air moving around, so it keeps the temperature of the pan up. You could do this, if you're doing a big batch, you could do this in batches.
Yeah.
Don't think, it doesn't fit in my pan, I'll just dump it in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do it, pull it out, go to the second round, do the same thing. Like Carla said, browning meat and seasoning.
Yes.
Like these big chunks of meat like this, You know, you have to season both sides. Like I season the one side on the tray, I put that side down first, and then I season the other side when it hits the pan.
Yeah.
They take on a good amount of seasoning. And like, the great thing too is like, one of the first things my grandfather taught me how to make when I was young was Pap taught me how to make braises and stews. And it's like, because once you know the method, you could do it with any cut of meat.
Right.
If you want it spicy, you could put in chilies. If you want it, like, you could play with it once you understand the process.
Right?
I'm sitting here looking at you, and as soon as you mentioned Pap, because I met your granddad,
I did.
loved him.
Carla met him at his 100th birthday party.
It was so fun.
Yeah.
But you did a stew on the chew where I think it had kielbasa, I think it had pork, but then you had taken some of the broth out and you pureed it with sauerkraut.
Oh, yeah, that was a Pap special. Yeah.
Dude!
Yeah, so good.
What? Where's
Don't
the
make it.
sticker? I mean,
Yeah.
dude.
Oh, that's a...
That truly was one of my favorite things.
Really?
I was like, what?
Yeah.
I loved it.
That is so good. Because it's fatty,
Yeah.
but the sauerkraut puree in there,
The tang.
cut through it.
So I love that tang.
Yeah.
You love that tang.
Other thing, fermentation. The magic of fermentation.
Oh
For your
my
gut.
God.
It is.
Good for your gut. All right.
So real quick, while we're doing this, like, I think stew is like one of my big comfort foods when it starts chilling out. Do you have what's your like go-to one?
Well, my go-to, so even when I was really homesick and I was living in New York, I would do a pot of beans, collard greens, and cornbread. That was my trifecta. That is the thing that makes me feel warm and cozy and like at home, but it's also those sort of fall, winter, those dishes.
Yeah.
Beans.
Beans. I know. I feel like I like a chili with a lot of beans in it. You know, like I know Texans like chili doesn't have beans. Well, in the rest of the world it does.
Okay.
Okay. So
But don't beat people up for what makes them happy.
Yeah, why you up there
You
young?
know?
Being salty.
yeah.
Unless it's pumpkin spice, then I'm going to kick you. But everything else, you know.
Well, I'm shook from last week when you were like, oh, I don't like cottage cheese, Michael. I'm not sure I can get over that. I mean, I'm in my cottage cheese era, and I feel like it's a great.
Yeah, so you know, you're almost 60 now. Cottage cheese is a major part of your diet. I think it was a textural thing when I was a kid. My mom loves cottage cheese, and I love every cheese. But I remember she sliced the tomato, peak of summer, went out to the garden, got this
Yes.
beautiful tomato,
Yes.
sliced the tomato, put some cottage cheese on it and a basil leaf, and fed it to me for lunch. And I was like, whoa. And I've never had it since.
You should try it again.
I know,
'cause
you
I
have
that
to
it's-
try it again.
Yeah.
You know who got me into cottage cheese? Damaris Phillips.
Oh yeah.
Damaris.
Yeah.
So Damaris she does these tastings. So she did like 7 different cottage cheeses. And I was like, oh, they're not created equally. I realized I like bigger curds. I like softer,
can see that.
milkier
Yeah.
curds. I don't like when they're soft, when they're really small because they feel
Gritty.
gritty and dusty. They
Yeah.
feel chalky. That's
Okay.
the word.
Yeah.
But I think if you don't like something, to revisit it and realize why you don't like it.
Agreed. Because your
Right.
palate changes over the course of a lifetime.
Yes.
I really thought that I didn't like cottage cheese either, but there's a brand that I like. It's called Good Culture. They're
Yeah,
not
oh my God,
yes, they're not a sponsor of this show, but they should be.
You can be.
You can be. Michael might not read the ad copy,
you
but
guys
Carla
know
and I
I am the least pickiest eater on earth. I eat brains, heart, everything. Something cottage cheese is I don't know what it just
give me brains,
it
but
did
don't
me
give me
wrong.
like
It did me wrong.
I know this is so off topic, but like when something gives you, it's not, something gives you like the,
Yeah, the heebie-jeebies.
the heebie-jeebies. I just found out just a couple days ago. So my culinary producer, Arian Duarte, I get this, Norma Kamali's coming back. Girl, I got some stuff with her black velvet. And I said, look at it. She said, is that velvet? I'm like, yeah. She said, oh no, I can't touch velvet. I'm like, why? She said, oh my God, velvet to me is like nails on a chalkboard. I'm
Really?
like, what? Because when they were growing up, her mother would sit, her and her sister, the kids, on a red velvet couch when they were in trouble. So the velvet,
It's such a comfortable thing.
Right,
You know?
for her, it is like,
just reminds her of being punished. Like just sitting
You
on.
think this Brown's rolled is velvet?
That's not even natural in the slightest.
This velvet?
Wow. Yeah. Good thing we're not cooking with an open plate.
Yeah.
I know, okay.
Can you show everybody like just the color of that meat?
Wow.
That's
Yeah.
the color that meat should be when you're
So like,
braising for.
see right here, you got that really good caramelization and brown on the meat, and that's what I'm looking for. So I'm go as high as this goes. So two things are happening right now. The meat is browning, which is huge, and all these little brown bits or fond are developing on the bottom of the pan. And so when I pull the meat out, we're gonna add the veg in and like start to sweat a little bit, and then I'm gonna deglaze with red wine, and all that caramelization, that fond on the bottom of the pan is gonna come up into our broth, which is then gonna flavor our braise.
Yes.
Very important. Like,
There's
you gotta
flavor in the brown.
Yeah, you gotta go through the process.
Right. So it's sort of like front loading the work, but then you just, let it cook for a couple of hours and you can do all sorts of other things and not think about it.
Well, and the nice thing is look, you could be talking to your friends, talking to your kids when you're doing this. It's not like you have to,
Right. Or listening to our podcast. You could also
that's what I would do. I would listen to our podcast. Marble Ridge Farms is a fourth generation family-owned farm in Missouri, raising cattle in a low-stress, happy environment.
And you know where that tradition shows up the most? In the flavor. Thank you for being part of the Chewed Up Kitchen. For more information, you can go to marbleridgefarms.com.
You may have noticed some of the boards and plates we're using. Those are all from Frontgate, including some from my very own collection.
They've got everything from outdoor furniture to decor to entertaining essentials, all made with quality, comfort, and style in mind.
And since most of it is designed in-house, you can't find their pieces anywhere else.
Frontgate, thanks for making our spread look so good.
For more information, go to frontgate.com. Quick shout out to our friends at All-Clad for keeping our kitchen running smooth.
Y'all, they've been crafting cookware in the U.S. since the 70s, built to last and trusted by chefs everywhere.
Decades of innovation, fully bonded steel, and even heating. They have been the standard for pots and pans.
So thank you, All-Clad, for being part of the madness today. For more information, go to allclad.com. Are there any other podcasts that you guys listen to on a regular basis? I only ask because I listen to Crime Junkie. Do you know?
Oh.
I've listened to Crime Junkie and Golden Girls Deep Dive podcast.
What?
And it's when I do my chores or like the prep part of cooking.
Yeah.
I will always listen to a podcast, and it's sort of I've come to sort of think of ironing as murder. Like, you know what I mean?
I know, right,
you know what I mean?
right.
I've come to associate like ironing with murder because I'm listening to stories about home invasion as I'm ironing shirts.
Oh my God. I do listen to, I have podcasts that I want to listen to. The one that I listen to the most is Mel Robbins.
Oh yeah. Let Them.
Let Them.
Is that the name of the podcast? But that's her big thing,
Yeah.
right? Like Let Them.
And then the other person is, oh my gosh, Glennon Doyle.
Oh, Glennon Doyle, right?
Yeah, I listen to a lot of like self-help, sort of improving myself.
I'm married to a psychologist, so that's my life. It's just self-help. Michael, what are you going in with?
I put in the onions, then I put on top of the onions the potatoes, then on top of the potatoes I put the squash. I seasoned all the beef, but I also had to season my veg, so salt and pepper with the veg. If I had a piece of string near me, I would tie off the thyme and rosemary, but I don't, so I'm just gonna plop it in there. I'm gonna take my carrots, cut them in equal sized chunks that everything else is in the pot. So here's the thing, when you
The truffle shuffle.
The what?
The truffle shuffle. Remember you asked me
yes.
what was the name of the dance that Chuck did in Goonies?
Well,
the truffle shuffle.
I didn't know what happened. I was like,
Oh, no.
Wait, carrots, truffle shuffle. I'm like,
He said chunk.
Oh.
For the life of me, I couldn't remember the name of the dance. It's the truffle shuffle. Okay, I'm sorry.
So no, I love when you interrupt.
The three of us are so easily distracted. Like squirrel, total squirrel, all three of us.
It's scary.
Yeah.
I'm trying really hard to finish my sentences because I do get tired of whatever it is that I'm supposed to be talking about. I'm like, that is so 2 seconds ago, so I don't really want to finish the thought. But because people are listening,
I love that you get tired of yourself.
Oh, dude. I'm like, as I'm on to the next thing, I am going to try to finish my thoughts completely. I said that for a reason.
And now you're completely lost.
That's why, see, finishing the thought, the one that why I started talking now is gone.
Yeah, I'm worried for us. I'm really worried for all three of us.
We should worry. So, all right.
Okay.
Very important. When you are doing a stew, you want to make sure, I'm gonna put a little more oil in. You want to make sure that whatever size, I always look at my meat and then I look at my root vegetables and I try to cut everything the same size.
Yeah.
Right.
And then everything kind of cooks evenly.
Right.
So like, if you're gonna cut your vegetables a little bigger, make your meat a little bigger. A little smaller, make your meat a little smaller.
Right.
And then everything kind of cooks at the even thing, so you don't have vegetables that are disintegrated and meat that's completely
Right.
tough, and vice versa.
So like if you're doing something that's ground meat, then your vegetables are going to be smaller
Correct.
versus, chunks.
So it's not like a specific size, it's just make a match. So those sweat, salt, pepper, the herbs, I'm gonna hit it with some of that red wine and about a quarter of a bottle. And then I take my, whatever, your wooden spoon, your wooden spatch, whatever it is, and the wine hits the bottom of the pan, and I scrape the bottom of the pan to get all those bits up into my broth that then the meat is gonna cook in.
And mind you, Michael's doing this in a Le Creuset or an enamel-coated cast iron
enamel,
skillet.
yeah.
If you have a thin pan, a thin metal pan, this ain't gonna work for you.
No, well, no, but
No, it won't.
You're right. No, you're right. It won't.
Yeah.
And what I was going to say is like, there's a lot of different brands. Now, it used to be when there was a time where there were like 2 brands of cast enamel. They were
Yeah.
both very expensive. If you couldn't afford cast enamel, there was cast iron, which was cheaper, but the cast iron a lot of times reacts to acidity in a little bit of a funky way.
Yes.
So, but now there's tons of people that make cast enamel pans. And I would say find the one that you could afford, make the investment. And I literally have cast enamel pans that my grandfather passed down to me.
Yeah.
And, and then I took more from my parents' house when my father passed and all. They're generational investments.
Right.
So buy one, instead of like buying a pan every 8 months because
Yeah.
it breaks down, it warps and this and that, these things will last forever.
Yeah.
This and cast iron will last forever.
Forever. And I know at some of the stores like Home Goods, Marshalls, they sometimes have them. And
One-off.
The one-off, and they are perfectly good pans, and they don't cost that much. I think just don't think about getting a set. Just get one that is going to be your
Yeah,
stew
right.
pot.
You probably don't need anybody who buys a set of pans. You always know you lose.
No.
You use 1 or 2 over and over and over.
Look at the size of your family, how many people you're cooking for. Buy the pan that meets your peeps. Buy that size. Done.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And the reason I'm saying that is because if your pan is like a thin metal pan, that fond that Michael is talking about and put in the wine and is scraping it, it has burned already. It burns before it's actually flavor. So you're like, oh, but I've scraped all this stuff up, and then it's tasting charred because it burned before it
Or you
could.
get the
I mean,
black bits in your
even this, because I had it on high because I was rushing a little bit, got a touch dark. It'd still be delicious, but got a touch darker than I would want it to be. So like, you don't want it black. You want it like a deep golden.
Yeah.
Almost.
Right.
All right, so this is now, the wine is reduced. If you look at, wait,
Hold on.
look, time for my Halloween situation. I'm a #1 fan.
We have a Browns oven mitt.
So if you look at the bottom of the pan though now, look,
Yeah.
see all of the goodies are gone, except that one right there. And they're
Yeah.
all up into the sauce. So that's
Up
where we
in-
want to be, up in my business. The red wine reduced by about half. I'm gonna put my meat back in.
All those yummy juices.
I'm gonna stir them in with the veg so they're all making friends. Hi, friend. And then I'm just gonna put in a little bit of beef broth, or if you have chicken stock, it really doesn't matter at this point, your broth of choice. And this
About
is
halfway up the sides of the meat, or
yeah, well, this, like, I would go halfway up the side of the meat if it was like a short rib or a roast. For a stew, I'm looking a little bit more submerging with
Okay,
just peeking out at the top, and then these could caramelize a little bit.
Gotcha. Yeah.
So there's 2 ways you could do this now. You can cover it, you can put it on your stovetop and let it simmer.
Yep.
The easiest way, like no look cook for me, is put the lid on to start, stick it in your oven at 275 to 300 degrees. You're golden, walk away every 35, 40 minutes, check it.
Right.
Yeah.
There's even been times where if I have a bunch of people coming over the next day, I get it to this point, I put the lid on it, I set my oven at like 175, 200, and I put it in there overnight.
What?
I wake up and it's done.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I would get nervous about that, but that's just me.
I don't get nervous.
I know you don't get nervous. Well, you forgot about the third thing you could do. You could put it in a pumpkin.
Oh,
I could braise this whole thing at a pumpkin. If you don't know what we're
Right,
talking
Nick?
about.
I got your back, Nick. I got your back.
There's
I'm Team Nick.
4 partners in the little Chewed Up podcast.
yes.
There's us three, and there's a wonderful gentleman on the other side of the camera that produces.
On the other side of the kitchen counter.
He basically does all the hard work,
does
and
the
we
work,
just
and
come
we
out
show
here
him.
and babble. So Nick and I have worked together for a long time on other Food Network shows and everything else. So, but Nick doesn't cook really. Which is very sad because he's Greek, and all Greeks, we know how to cook. Every Greek was born with ability to cook. Not my Greek Nick. Nick, he cannot cook. So he's bad Greek. You bad Greek. So he texts me a couple days ago. He's like, I got an idea. I go, yeah, what's going on? And he's texting me and my culinary director, Tim, who he also knows very well. He goes, I got an idea. Why don't you roast the meat in a pumpkin? And I just text back, food doesn't work that way, Nick.
I wonder though if you could, if for the last hour,
Dinner in a pumpkin.
put it in a pumpkin.
I have cooked in pumpkins.
Yes. Yes.
I think
You could roast a little pumpkin and serve it in a little roasted.
yes.
Okay.
You clean it out, roast the pumpkin, so you've controlled the texture of the pumpkin.
Right.
And then put the stew in there, and it would be great. But you have to season the pumpkin. But what happens?
So you'd roast the pumpkin separately and then serve
Yeah.
in the pumpkin as well.
Yeah.
I was just curious.
But like 10 minutes would be nice because you get the beef
right.
juice in the pumpkin.
Yeah, that
like
would
10
be
minutes. I wouldn't go longer than that. But
Why are you play like now I'm gonna get like another text from him next week? Could you like he'll be asking, what's it? You guys know me. I guess I'm a little bit of a purist like that. What's the Thanksgiving thing where there's a
turducken.
Turducken.
Oh, right.
Turfucking. Like that. Like, who sat there and go, I got a great idea. I'm going to get a turkey and then I'm going to stick a duck in its ass and then I'm going to stick a chicken in there and then I'm going to roast it.
I agree. I think it's a terrible
It's horrible.
idea.
It's almost as
There are
bad as
also
an
three
idea
stuffings in
as
there,
using
too.
a pumpkin as a braising vessel. Almost.
I just don't know how you get the chicken, which is all the way on the inside, cooked without absolutely
Well, wait, is
hammering
the chicken all the way on the inside or the duck all
No,
the
it's
way?
the
chicken
like
and the duck and then the turkey.
Yeah, turducken. Yeah, so it's turkey, duck,
Yeah.
chicken.
Yeah. Right, you can't get that chicken.
You gotta
can't even cook stuff.
Yeah, your turkey's dry as a bone and your chicken's mid-rare.
Chewed up.
Hedley and Bennett designs professional-grade aprons, knives, and kitchen tools used in top restaurants and home kitchens alike. Built for durability, function, and style, their gear keeps cooks looking sharp and working comfortably in any kitchen. To find out more, go to hedleyandbennett.com.
Before we dive back in, today's episode's flavor boost comes from Blues Hog.
They're one of the top names in barbecue nationwide, renowned for award-winning rubs, marinades, and sauces.
They've even won Best Sauce on the Planet at the American Royal 8 times.
Blues Hog, thanks for bringing the flavor to our kitchen. Stay saucy. Go to blueshog.com for more.
Hey, you know what time it is?
What? 2.
1.
You got fan mail. Look out, it's fan mail.
Time for fan mail.
One of these days, I'm
Michael,
going to bust out a full MC Hammer on you guys.
I want to see it. I am here for it. All right, I got to put the glasses on. I stopped wearing the glasses all the time because I almost killed myself going down the subway steps the other day. From @HeatherHolmes4189. Will there eventually be a cookbook? Oh, Heather Holmes, who can say? Will there be a show a month from now?
I tell you what, I'm gonna. What is her name? Adler? Oh,
Heather.
Heather. Sorry, I couldn't remember from 2 seconds ago. But who knows? If we're still here in 6 months, maybe we can do a booklet.
A book.
A little on-demand booklet.
Yes.
The recipes on
And yes, you can get all the recipes that you see on chewedupshow.com. So who needs a cookbook from us? Oh, look, Anander says, Clinton, can you
Well, that's
please
all-
say have a fabulous day, everybody, to end the episode like you did on the Chew? I will end the episode like
Yes,
that today.
I love
Somebody
that.
remind me, though.
Okay.
Wait, there's another question. Please explain the difference between chives, green onions, and scallions. Ask.
Scallions and green onions are the same thing.
Right. Yes.
Chives are smaller.
Yes.
They're much smaller.
Yes.
chives and green onions and scallions
Are the same. But chive.
yeah.
Yes, I'll tell you something. Next summer, it's too late. I planted a really big herb garden this year, and I hadn't planted chives before for some reason, but this year I planted chives. They were so wonderful to have.
Oh my gosh.
At any given
And
time.
when they blossom.
And the chive
At the end of the
blossoms.
year, they're great.
But
Chive
also,
flowers.
when you get them at the store, they last one day,
One
and they're
day.
all like wet and
Yeah.
not good.
If you're going to grow one herb, I'm going to tell you grow chives. It's really, really delicious. To
Girl, get some seed.
Get some seed. We were like scrambling the ice for breakfast. I'm like, you know what'd be great on this is a dollop of sour cream and some fresh chives. Yes! It's great. Get yourself some chives. Would you rather host a dinner party or be a guest? Asks Allie MCM.
Host.
Guest.
Host.
Host.
I go to y'all's house. I just,
Well, we know we got our first guest.
yeah.
I just like being in control of my own situation. It's the Virgo in me. I can't help myself.
Yeah.
It's like, you know.
Yeah.
So let me,
I'm blessed. I mean, Liz is obviously the restaurant business too. So there's two, like, we're good at throwing a party. You know, I know
True.
you're good at throwing a party.
I love to throw a party because
Yeah.
I like to control everything about it. I don't want to drink some cheap ass wine.
I get it. We went to, so I had an event in Cincinnati, and it was at this beautiful house called Sweet Gum, the woman Abby Bennett, and then the woman who designed it, Latondra. It's beautiful. Well, they know how to, I mean, it was just a really great event, and I hope y'all are watching. But they were a little behind on setting it up. And the woman that I was working with works for Levy Restaurants, and she does a lot of the boxes in the stadiums and stuff. Right?
Okay, yeah.
So like the fancy boxes. And so she was
Fancy
like,
boxes.
it's not set up. It was like 45 minutes, and she's like nervous. I'm like, not my party. It's like, I mean,
Right.
I was so calm and cool. I didn't get stressed out because it wasn't my thing.
Mm-hmm.
I am able to go to someone's house and take myself out of it because I have catered. And I am a proud, card-carrying, recovering caterer. And so I can really be
I
like,
totally get it. I 100%
you
get
know what
it.
it is? I think a lot of it with me is I love being in my own house.
yeah, you do.
I'm very comfortable in my
Yeah.
own house.
'Cause you travel so much,
Yeah,
too.
I travel so much that I don't like entertaining for me is fun, and I just like to be in the comfort of my own home.
Yeah.
You know.
I like it too. I feel like I have entertaining down to a science because I do everything before people get there.
Yes.
It's like
Same.
you cannot be scrambling while your guests are knocking on the door because then you're a stressed out
Yes.
host and then your guests are like, oh, I feel stressed out just being around you. Get it all done before,
Yeah.
reheat things in the oven, do batch cocktails, and give people jobs. I love giving people a little
Yes.
job. If you're the first person at my house at a party, you're going to get a job.
If you came early by mistake.
If you come on time, you're getting a job.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
If you come on time. I feel like we should do, especially if we're still here for the holidays, we should really
like
do.
a live or the show is on the air.
Yeah, but kind of like a dinner party. Like have a couple guests. Remember, we always wanted to do that on the Chew.
We did.
We always wanted to do it.
always
We
wanted-
never got to do it.
Yeah, we never. Why
But we
did never
can.
do that? We can't. Let's do it. All right, let's make a pact. Let's make a
right.
pinky
Yeah.
pact. Okay.
So I did a couple things real quick
What
while
is
you
that?
guys were
Oh, okay.
chatting. So I ran outside. I wanted a little bit of green in here, so I saved the carrot tops
Yeah.
from
yeah.
the
Yeah.
carrots we put in here. I chopped up the carrot tops. I put some in for garnish. And then we're shooting at a friend's house, and there was some sour cream in his fridge, so I stole some of his sour cream and replenished that. But I like the idea of the sour cream with the beef, and the potatoes and the carrots and the fullness. Is anybody sour cream or anti-sour cream?
I love
Love
sour
sour cream.
cream.
Okay, cool. So I made the right choice for my friends. So all we're doing is we're filling up our little pumpkins of the ceramic version of pumpkin. But you certainly could roast little baby pumpkins too. And then I just put a little sour cream on top and a little bit of those carrot tops, which will give it some bitterness, which I think will be
I love it. I love it.
And here, Carla, look.
Okay.
Ready? You got a video
Yeah.
going?
Okay, hold on. Video.
Surprise!
That looks beautiful.
It looks
Can
gorgeous.
we dig in?
I love stew.
These spoons?
We need some substance, I think, you know?
So the other thing, I like stews and why I like the consistency and the viscosity of the broth. I like brothy stews.
Oh, me too. So if you noticed, I didn't flour the meat.
Yes.
I didn't make a roux. I didn't put in tomato paste. So it gives us this almost like a pho. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that kind of brothy broth that you could
Yes.
spice any way you
Michael,
want.
this is great.
You know what else? Like my grandfather would never do, but like like star anise, cinnamon,
Oh,
all
yeah.
those spices and flavors would
Yes.
be great. Ginger,
Be so
star
great.
anise, cinnamon.
Yeah. Oh, that would be amazing. This
Is it
is
good?
fantastic. I
Good.
don't know where the hell Carla just went.
Carla left. She's going to get another camera.
No, let me tell you. Okay, whenever I have something that's super good on the baking shows, I'm like, dude. Michael, I'm going to give you a sticker.
I got a dude stick.
Dude.
You know what? I'm going to add
hilarious.
dude to my Halloween thing.
Yeah, you're dressed a little bit like the dude from.
I feel like the dude abides.
Yeah.
Dude, I mean, dude, that's one of the great movies of all time. Dude abides.
God.
No, I don't have nails. Carla, help me.
Oh my God.
I know we're
so
supposed to
good.
talk because this is a podcast, but I can't talk because this food.
No,
But
it's,
I-
but you know, it's just, and again, it's simple. It's squashes, potatoes, onions, garlic. There's nothing fancy in here.
Yep.
Meat,
yeah.
red wine, and stock. And like, if you wanted to omit the wine, you could do it with cider. You could do it with, you could just go straight stock. You know, if I went straight stock, maybe I'd add something acidic in there, like a splash of vinegar or something like that, because you need that.
But I love it because the black pepper is really coming through.
Yeah,
You get
I went
the
heavy on the
sweetness
black
of the
pepper.
squash, and then you get the potatoes. And then the garlic. I feel like it is just such, and then it's a different sweetness with the carrots.
Yes.
So I love all of the textures, the root vegetables. You could probably throw any root vegetable in.
100%.
Yeah.
And this is a very Midwestern style stew. Like I used to joke, like when you grew up in like Cleveland or parts of the Midwest, the craziest spices they use are salt and pepper. Like, that's like Midwestern cooking. There's not a lot of chilies and this and that,
Yeah.
you know, but you could still get tons of flavor out of this stuff.
Oh man, and the sour cream on top was a really good call.
Right?
And
Love
those
it.
carrot tops. Yes, people, buy your carrots whole if you can get them because those carrot tops are great.
You got a freebie. Then you
Get a
don't have to buy flat-leaf parsley. You don't have to buy, like, you got it right there. Boom.
and you can turn them into a pesto too.
That's
like,
right.
if you're-
It's a great pesto.
You know, yeah.
The broth.
Do we have fans or giveaways? What do we got to do?
We have a giveaway.
We got lost in the stew.
We got lost in this. We're giving away a Blues Hog barbecue sauce gift kit. Is that what it's called? Yes. Gift bag.
Love that.
Blues Hog barbecue
I love
sauces.
it. I love it. Straight from Memphis, Tennessee.
All right, here we go.
Blues hog.
Blues Hog. Let's mix them up.
Mix them up. Okay, let me get in there.
All right, Carla, close your eyes. We'll have.
No, I'm spitting.
Oh.
You know what happens when you get older. Your tongue goes, nom, nom, nom. All right, here we go. Here we go. From Blues Hog, Rosanna, Atlanta, Reno, Nevada.
Reno!
Rosanna, we have got you. You're gonna get 6 of these in the Blues Hog like sauce kit. It's gonna be amazing.
They're awesome too, by the way. Like I'm very much a make sauce from scratch guy.
Yeah.
The people that do this, they're like 3 times world champs on the barbecue circuit. Their sauces
Wow.
are killer.
We will also sign a little card to you, to Rosanna, which I'm super. That was my girly touch.
That's out of. Oh, no, that's very girly. And I like that. You keep us grounded.
Remember Gilda Radner doing Rosanna Dana?
Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah.
God, that was some of the funniest shit in the
what?
whole world.
I also wanted to be Rosanna Zanadana. I would walk around and I would talk to me. I was Rosanna Zanadana.
If you can, Google the skit of Rosanna Dana talking about being in the steam room with Gloria Vanderbilt. It is literally the funniest thing ever. You'll be doubled over.
I don't remember. I'm doing it. I'm doing it as
It's
soon
so
as I get
good.
home.
It's so funny. I think it's time to wrap up. So I'm gonna wrap up this show the way I used to wrap up the Chew.
Do it, Clinton.
For Ann Anander, 8309. This is for you. Have a fabulous day, everybody!
Chewed up.
Thanks for watching Chewed Up, and thanks to our sponsors for making the show possible. Marble Ridge Farms, Frontgate, All-Clad, Hedley and Bennett, Blues Hog. New episodes drop every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. To subscribe, snag recipes, and dig into all the extra fun, head to chewedupshow.com or just find Chewed Up Show on YouTube and wherever you get your podcasts. Now go make a mess in your own kitchen.